Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's new makeup releases where I'm gonna chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked, and I'm gonna let you know my thoughts about them, whether or not I want to pick it up, whether or not I already did and already have videos on them, and then you let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And remember, it is okay to disagree. Friends do not always agree about makeup and beauty. I can hate something you love and vice versa, and that is perfectly fine, but friends are always kind of respectful to each other. If you haven't been here before, do consider subscribing. I do upload at least 5 videos a week. This week it's gonna be a lot. There might even be there's gonna be even more videos this week, so keep your eyes open for that. I do love filming, I do love YouTube, so if you like more videos on your timeline, this is the place to be. I did film this look. This is going to be the member exclusive tutorial for this month. It's coming up tomorrow on my channel. It's going to be for my members. I do have a membership. That's the button next to my subscription button. There's also a link in the description box where you can be a member to my channel and be an extra supporter. And you also get some member exclusive tutorials where I show you tips and tricks and do more in-depth makeup tutorials requested by you, showing you colorful things or techniques or just inspiration of things that you have been asking for. And this month we're doing a dark smoky eye, how to succeed with a dark smoky eye with like color and a shimmer on the lid. That's what this month's video is all about. So if you're interested in that, do check out the info in the description box. I will say I am a little bit on fire this week. I have done some extra filming and got some extra bonus videos up. I will talk about a couple of them in a little bit because with stuff that I have here in my collection. And there will hopefully be another video today as well on Friday, except, well, on top of the member video that we're having on Saturday. Dog is moving my lights. Are we okay? Are we good? So if you're interested in more content, there is more coming up. Let's talk about some things that I actually have, that I have here in front of me. I am gonna scoochie so I can put up like pictures of it as well and not only show you the item. First, I want to mention that I have the ABH new palette, the Rose Metals palette. I have it here and I have made a video about this one, and that video is already live on my channel, so I will leave a link to that down in the description box if you want to see some inspo. This palette is now available. I don't remember if it was either Ulta or Sephora that I saw it, but I will leave a link to that in the description box as well. So if you want to hear about this palette now that it is available, is it worth picking up? What do I think about the quality? I do have a video on that. I also have a video on the palettes that were released by Melt Cosmetics. This is the Bad Zodiac mini eyeshadow palettes that they released this week as a pre-sale on Sephora, but I think they're coming back. Some people are saying, oh, it says it's coming soon. I think it's because they released them as a pre-sale. I did buy this at Sephora. I think that this might be the Melt holiday release, if I'm gonna be honest. Maybe they'll come with something else as well, but I think that maybe they're downsizing a bit this year, and I think that this might be the holiday release, and I didn't want to miss a Melt holiday release, so that's actually why I picked it up. So there are mini palettes. This is the Air one, this is the Earth one, and then we have the Water, looks like this, and the Fire. Again, I have a video on this. It's up on my channel. I did film and I did one look with each palette, showing some swatches, letting you know what I think about these. And I do have thoughts. I do have thoughts about these palettes, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So if you were even the slightest interested in any of these that I showed you now, I would say check out those videos because I'm not 100% convinced. Let's just put it like that. I want to quickly show you that I have this one as well. This is the new Game Beauty palette. This is called the Cyberpunk palette. I'm not going to show you the inside because they haven't revealed the inside as I'm filming this, but just know that I have this and I'm planning to include this in a video, another one of those What's Up in Indie Makeup, and I'm going to have that live on my channel next week if everything goes as planned. So if you were interested in this one, as soon as you see the reveal, come back to my channel. I don't know if it's going to be exactly after the reveal, but I'm at least going to have a video next week with this Cyberpunk palette. I do have a code with Game Beauty again. I didn't for a while because it changed affiliate platform, but now I do have a code again, and it is Angelica if you want to save 10%. This palette is also going to be included in that, like, What's Up in Indie Makeup, and this is the, can I say, sometimes I'm like, I'm an adult. I want adult makeup and adult packaging. But sometimes I see little dinosaurs and I'm like, no, I'm a kid. I just want the cutesy dinosaur packaging. That
just give me the cutesy dinosaur packaging.
Really like how this looks. It is called Trick or Treat. This is their Halloween inspired palette, obviously inspired by E.T., but just made with a twist. I kind of like it. This is a 6-pan palette. I do like 6-pan palettes. It is, I mean, the inside, some people will say, yeah, it's a lot of dead space, and I do to kind of agree with that. This could have been so small and compact and cute, but on the other hand, at least it's a little bit unique. I don't hate it. It's not like bulky. It is a slim, nice palette. I see where you would come from if you would come with a criticism like that. I actually did a neutral look with this one, and I already filmed a look with this one, so that is coming next week. I don't know if this is available or not, but I do have a code with Sugar Drizzle as well. This is Sugar Drizzle, if I didn't say, and my code is Angelica. I will leave some info about this. I will leave some info about all these things. It's going to be in the description box. Launch days, links, codes, info, everything that I can find, everything that I can fit is going to be in the description box if there's anything you're wondering about. And then I have this one. This video should be live on my channel. This is the Theresa is Lethal. This video should be live on my channel because I'm filming this video after I'm filming the video that I'm doing right now, and I'm going to try and put it up before. So hopefully this is already live on my channel. This one is a collection now. So Theresa's Dead is doing another collab with Lethal Cosmetics, and this time it is a full collection. So it is this palette and it is space themed, and I will say this space trash here looks so beautiful. It is like a periwinkle blue with like a lavender shift in it. So pretty. I cannot wait to use it. I also really like this hive mind here. It actually reminds me a lot of the shade Nebula in my palette with Kaleidos that's discontinued, because it is that fiery peach with a little bit of a gold shift. I love it. I mean, obviously I love a shade like that. I have one as well. So I think that these two shimmers look amazing. And they're a little bit more deeper and grungier. Dare I say a little bit more neutral leaning shades in this one. And then of course it is a silver. Theresa loves the silver if you didn't know that, and this one is called TV Dinner. So it's gonna be interesting to try this out because as I'm filming this, I haven't tried it yet. But if you're interested in this collection, do check out my video. It should be live yesterday because I'm also gonna be showing you there are 2 highlighters and 2 blushes in this collection, and there are 2 gel eyeliners. So I'm gonna be showing you all of that in that video. Hopefully that went live yesterday. I think that this collection is launching today, and I will leave some info and links down in the description box in case you are interested. Okay, let's now talk about stuff that I don't own. Okay, let's actually talk about the Glamlite and Barbie collection. Okay, I guessed last week that it was going to be Barbie that they collab with, and I got so many tags from you when they revealed that yes, it is indeed Barbie that they are collabing with. And I will say I feel pretty proud of myself for like not like it was like the biggest, hardest puzzle to solve, but still, like, I figured it out. I got it. Good for me. And there are quite a few pieces in this collection. I will say it is very summer themed, so I'm wondering if this collection is a little bit, dare I say, late. Because yes, I do know, before anyone says, yes, I do know that the Southern Hemisphere is going into summer, I know, but Glamlite is based out of LA. And I'm fairly sure that 99.99 makeup brands are doing collections based on the seasons where they are at. So I'm a little bit surprised that an LA-based makeup brand is doing a summer-themed collection right now. That's what I'm thinking, that maybe this is a little bit late. Had an Australian or New Zealand makeup brand released a summer collection now, I wouldn't have been surprised even the slightest, because that makes sense. But I feel like this collection is very summer-themed for coming into fall. I don't wear makeup based on seasons though, so for me, pastels is an all year round color. Bright pinks and blues is an all year round color. I'm very excited to be trying this out. They did tell me that they were sending this to me in PR. I have not, as I'm filming this, received it yet, but when I do, I will make a video on it. And if I do receive it, either today or Friday, I will put up a video on Friday. So this is the video that you can expect, hopefully, to see on Friday if the PR package does come to me this week. Otherwise, we'll do it next week. If it doesn't come up today, we'll do it next week, but I am gonna try to take the weekend off because this week has been a lot. This is also launching today, Friday. It might actually be available as you're watching this. I will leave some info down in the description box because the post that I'm looking at doesn't have a release time. But I also have a code with Glamlite. My code is Angelica, and you will get 15% off when you're ordering from the site. I really like that the lip sets seem to have different textures and like more different colors. There are like one that's more peach, one that is more browny, like a warm brown, and then there's one that is like a see-through, almost balmy, glowy texture that has more glitter in it, and I'm excited to see what that is, even though it is a pink. And glittery pink lips does scare me a little bit, but I'm gonna see what this is about. there's a body oil in this collection. I'm not a body oil person, but on the other hand, I'm in Texas now. There were definitely several locations this summer where I could have used a body oil, so I'm not sad about that. What's going on, Kaisa? We can't cuddle now. I'm so sorry. Yes, you're very sweet. I'm sorry. We'll go out as soon as I'm done with this video, I promise. Pinky promise. Pinky promise. I did tell you about this in my community tab because the new palette that we talked about last week, which was the Beauty Bay new, I think this is their holiday palette. I'm pretty sure that they said that this is their holiday palette. It's called a Dark Fantasy. It is a 20-pan palette, which is usually what they release when they're doing limited edition collections. And this also comes with a collection that I think has some other pieces like some duochrome or multi-chrome liquid eyeshadows, I think. I immediately, when I saw this palette, I thought about that palette from BH Cosmetics that was called like F Off. I'm not gonna swear on the intro web, but I was thinking about that one, and I will say that this is fairly the same price tag, and the cover is a little nicer. So I'm gonna try this out, and we are gonna see once I have them side by side how similar they are. I do really like the Beauty Bay palettes, and I think they're such a good option for an affordable price tag, because I think this is $18 or 18 pounds. No, it's $18, which is a really, really nice price. It is available now. I will link it down below. If you want to wait and see what I think about it, I will make a video on it as soon as I have it. But if you're interested now, I will leave a link down below. This leaves me a little... Okay, this tells me that this brand has a little bit lost touch, because this is the Beautyblender's Platinum Vault makeup sponge set, and I'm guessing this is their limited edition, one of their limited edition like gift sets for holiday. And all brands do stuff like this. I even think that it's in the Sephora contract that you have to do gift sets for holiday. I actually think that's part of the Sephora contract. Why is my hair everywhere? So this is probably there. This is a special limited edition collector set of 12 best-selling Beautyblender sponges. Remember that all of these are the same sponge, just different colors. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Trust the experts of the award-winning and category-creating tool. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, these are all different colors. So you're getting a bunch of, you're getting 12 beauty blenders. This is $195. Ma'am, that's a lot. That's 3 Natasha Denona beauty palettes. Like, are we okay? Are we okay? Who in their right mind is buying a beauty blender set for $195? And before someone goes like, oh, but you can split it with your friends. I don't have 12 friends. I don't even have 5 friends so that we can have 2 each. Who is this for? Who is this for? And if you say makeup artist, trust me when I say that unless you are a really bougie, expensive makeup artist, you cannot afford beauty blenders in your kit. That's not what I had in my kit when I was working as a makeup artist, let me tell you. I saw a lot of buzz about this one, but personally I'm not interested at all because I have tried the Patrick Ta blush formula and I wasn't... Not that I disliked it, I just didn't love it. I thought I had so many other blushes that I preferred, so I actually decluttered mine. Are you allowed to say that? Because I feel like people love Patrick Ta so much that when you say that you don't love their stuff, people are like, oh, it's because you don't know how to use it, you're bad with makeup, you're obviously a bad person, you cancel yourself. Didn't love his blush formula. Also didn't love his foundation, also didn't love his bronzer. I know. I'm wearing the eyebrow gel though. It is the best ever. This is $58 and this says that it's a major glow blush and highlighter palette. So it is 2 creams and 2 powder blushes, and then I think it's a powder highlighter and a cream highlighter. And I think a lot of people are probably really interested in that. And maybe that shows that he's gonna come out with some highlighter singles. Do we think that? Because I feel like that could be it and I could be interested in that. Do I need a blush palette though? No. I have a hard time using the ones I have, if we're gonna be totally honest. I have really been reaching for that one, from the My Dream collection by Natasha Denona. That highlighter blush little trio, I had to force myself to use something else because I love it. I love how it looks. It's so beautiful. This one is available though. I will link it down below in case you're as interested as other people are. I even saw some people doing like dedicated videos on these. Listen, I'm not watching a video on a face palette. I'm sorry. Even if I love you as a creator, that's not happening. And also these face palettes are finally available by Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know how long she's been teasing those. I'm already sick and tired of them and I haven't even seen them in real life. They're available now. Same here, I don't need something like that. If she would release like a glowy duo or something, I could be down. But I wanted to also show you that the single shadows that we talked about last week, there is actually a colorful single shadow as well. And it seems to be one of those, actually like the shade that I have on my eye today, which is one of those blue, turquoise, purple, like multi-chromes. This is why mainstream brands do not do multi-chromes. She's doing one multi-chrome in a single compact, $34. $34. That's the price. That's the price when mainstream brands are doing multi-chromes. I mean, the packaging is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but $34 for one shadow. Yeah, indie brands have expensive multi-chromes too, but they're not $34 expensive. You're getting a compact though. You're getting a compact. Maybe some people will think it's worth it. I myself think I'd rather get something else, but that's me. It's also available, this Naked palette, the new Urban Decay and Robin Eisenberg palette. Again, I'm not getting this. Some people think that this is revolutionary. I think that this resembles too much what Urban Decay always does. It's half a neutral palette with those clay, peachy, beigey gold that they always do. And then there are a couple of colorful shimmers, and there is one matte periwinkle blue. I know that this is a palette that I would review and never touch again. Never touch again. I need a dark matte. I need a dark colorful matte for me personally to reach for a palette like this again. I think the front is beautiful, but I see in the future a lot of videos of people doing looks with this one and realizing that it's not as exciting as they thought this was going to be. This is what I see in the future of makeup videos on YouTube, the upcoming weeks, let's say. This is something that I think I will be getting. I'm not jumping on this, but when I see it, I think I'm gonna pick it up. And this is that Tarte, well, in this picture here, you can see that Tarte has another lip set for holiday. I think that's great. Lip sets for holiday from Tarte. All the lip products that I've tried from Tarte has been really good. You probably can't go wrong with that. At least it's not 60 million different ones. These seem to be either like 5 that you can split with your mom or your friend. That's fine. 5, I can live with that. But there are lip pencils. So this is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Liners. And I am excited. Oh, and you can get a set with a Juicy Maracuja lipstick and a liner on the, okay, and the liners are only available in the set right now. I'm sure they're gonna come individually soon as well. I could be about that. I could be about that. Oh, let me switch the picture where you can see the liners and the lipsticks. I don't think I've tried this lipstick. You know what, this is the kind of thing, if I see it in real life, if I see it at Ulta and I'm making an order, if I see it at Sephora and I'm already shopping, I would definitely add this to my cart because I do like the lip products I've tried from Tarte so far, and I am intrigued to try the lip liner. I think that this is really exciting. It is available at Tarte Cosmetics. I will leave a link to it down below in case you are interested. Apparently there's going to be another palette from Anastasia as well, and this is the mini palette, a Glam to Go palette. I think they had a mini... It was a mini soft Glamlite, which was like the brown, neutral brown palette. I don't know how much of a hit that was because it was the exact same, like there were no new shades. There were 2 shades from the Norvina palette, or was it 1 shade from the Norvina palette? But it was a neutral, it's not a purple. And there were shades from the soft glam. And I think that if you love ABH, you probably own the soft glam. I don't own the soft glam, but like I wasn't at all into neutrals when that was releasing. Now I'm a little bit into neutrals if I can make them dramatic, but this one seems to be more on the pinky side. So this seems to be mauvey pinky neutrals. It seems to go from light to dark. I don't think that I'm gonna pick this up. It's $29, which I feel is a fair price for an ABH palette. And it just says coming soon. I'll let you know more once I know more, but as I'm feeling right now, this is not going to be something for me. Unless you really want to see me do a look with it, but how I feel right now is that I'm gonna pass on it. Last week we talked about the Makeup Revolution and Beetlejuice collection, and that collection actually sold out, but I think they've already restocked it in case you were missing out from that collection. But now they've revealed that they're releasing another collection for Halloween, and this is with Coraline. And I think that a lot of people are gonna love this because I haven't seen any mainstream brands do anything Coraline related, and this is licensed Coraline. So I think this is gonna be a hit for the brand. And I'm hoping, because some of the collections that have been releasing later have looked really, I mean, better. A lot better than I've seen from before. The color stories seem to make more sense. The packaging seems a little bit more well thought through. The only thing that I'm still hoping that they will fix with the future in the future is that I still think that their collections are too big, and I really hope that they will do bundle options in the future. But since their collections are so big, sometimes there's 16, 20 items, making a bundle is just too much. But I think that if they can take it down to maybe 8, 9 products, making a bundle would really help when they're doing collections like this that people are really looking forward to. This just says coming soon. When we see some more items, I will let you know, but let me know, are you interested in seeing a collection with Coraline? Have you tried anything from Makeup Revolution lately? Do you think that the quality has improved? Because I have been getting quite a lot of comments from you telling me that you've been trying some Makeup Revolution these past months and really been enjoying the quality. I tried the cream bronzer as of late, and that cream bronzer is truly one of the best, if not the best, cream bronzers I've tried at the drugstore. So I cannot recommend that one enough. It's a really, really good cream bronzer. I tried some things in the beginning of the year that I didn't like, but that bronzer is really good. And they did say that they were going to try and incorporate the BH Cosmetics quality into their brand and not vice versa. So the BH Cosmetics is keeping their formula, but they're going to incorporate some of the BH Cosmetics formula into Makeup Revolution, which I think is the smartest thing I've ever heard coming out from that brand. So I'm excited to see that as well. When we see the product, I can talk about it again because I am actually intrigued to see what they're going to do about it. Oh, there's more Tarte. I forgot to talk about this. This is another Tartelette palette. It's called Energy, and for being called Energy, I'm feeling the lack of energy is pretty prevalent in this one. Like, why would you call this Energy? It looks well, to be fair, they are bringing the exact same energy to this Tartelette palette as they've done with all the other Tartelette palettes. What is the point of this Tartelette palette? It is so similar to all the other palettes they've ever released. Imagine if they would have done just something, just turn the saturation up a little bit, just thrown in 1 or 2 colorful shades in here. I feel like they're playing just a little too safe. Yes, I get it, you're a brand with neutrals, but like maybe just like tweak it a little bit. That give us something unexpected. This is so expected that it's like, I would recommend this to people that have insomnia. Just look at this for 20 minutes, you'll be fine. I think it is available though. $42, coming soon. I will leave a link down below as to where you can find it. That is an easy pass for me. Fenty has shown some holiday sets as well, and there's gonna be, I think, some Glossy Posse Volume 5. So this is the 5th year in a row that they're doing the lip gloss set. I think usually they include some limited edition shades, some that come back later, some that are getting discontinued. Then they're having a double-cheeked cream blush duo in Peony, Droppa, and Malibu's. I think this is really smart. They're doing the same, I think this is the same packaging as their highlighter duos, but instead they're having cream blushes. So you get 2 cream blushes in this limited edition packaging. I think that is really smart. This isn't for me. I have 2 cream blushes from Fenty and I like both of them. I don't need another one. I don't need to buy 2. But I really think it's a smart one. And if you wanted to try a cream blush from Fenty, which is a really nice formula, I think this one could be really cute. And there is, Fenty Skin is also dropping a Butter Drop Shimmering Whipped Oil Body Cream. That actually sounds pretty delicious. So yeah, it says it's coming soon. It's already available in Europe. Again, I will link down below where you'll be able to find it as soon as it's available. I want to talk about this upcoming collection from Rock and Roll Beauty. This is with the iconic Prince of Darkness. So it is an Ozzy Osbourne collection. I'm not interested in this collection, and I'm personally not interested in this brand. But if you like rock and roll, like classic, they have other collections from before. I think they've had one with Jimi Hendrix and one with Def Leppard, right? I have said before that this is a Makeup Revolution owned brand, and that is not true. And I want to apologize for having very bad research. I read this online. Someone was saying that this was a Makeup Revolution owned brand, and I just went with it. And I usually, when I see stuff like this, I try to do some background checking, but for some reason I didn't do that now. But I have since then, and I have gone into Rock and Roll Beauty's website, and they clearly say in the website that they are an independently owned brand. So this is an indie brand. It is not under the Makeup Revolution umbrella. I am sorry for saying that because obviously I was way off and I should have done better research. So just so you know, this is an indie brand and they are available at Ulta. This says that it's going to be in Ulta from the 2nd of October, which is very soon. So if you are a lover of Ozzy Osbourne, this one is coming soon. I will say that green palette actually looks kind of cute, and they have candles as well. And the candle is Midnight Woods, Mulled Cider, and Fireside. Those sound delicious. I need a new candle. This one back here, it's all out. Imagine me having an Ozzy Osbourne candle in the background, just casually having some kind of a bat candle going on here. Very not on theme for me. This is the official holiday collection from Makeup Revolution as well, by the way. They're releasing some lip sets, some glittery eyeliners. Those glittery eyeliners, if you find one from an affordable brand and it seems like a color that you would use, definitely spend less money on something like that. It can be a great addition to any look. It can take an everyday look to a party look in 5 minutes. Have one of those like in your purse, and if you're at dinner and your friends say they want to go to a nightclub, pop into the bathroom, swipe on, and you're ready to go. It's such an easy way to really get some extra, and you can also do some details with it. And I think that that green one looks really cute. The big palette is definitely not for me. Again, I wish they would have toned it down. A smaller collection could have been nicer, but the lip sets look nice. The nail polishes look nice. Those chromatic liners, they're only $5. I mean, that looks really nice. And then there are little 9-pan palettes. Again, 4 palettes plus a big one, that's too many. This could have been 2 or 3 palettes for sure, but I will say that green one, I mean, it looks pretty cute. Green and neutrals, and there's like a really bright Kermit green in there. Again, I don't hate the color stories, I just wish that they would edit themselves a little bit. This could have been a little smaller, in my humble opinion. We need to talk about this pleasing collab that they're doing with Marco Ribeiro. I hope I'm not totally butchering that name. It's a Brazilian designer. Pleasing is owned by Harry Styles. Listen, I don't want the fans of Harry Styles to come at me, but for being a brand that's named Pleasing, this is not very pleasing to look at. It's kind of hurting my eyes, and I feel like I need a drink. What's the time? 2 o'clock. It's happy hour somewhere. The nail polishes, absolutely stunning. That orange with the matte orange lid, that is pleasing. That packaging, the monochromatic orange, the monochromatic blue, like that's great. I don't know what this is. This is a gloss, multi-use gloss, can be used on eyes, lips, or skin. Nail polishes, cream pigment trio, can be worn alone or mixed together. I mean, that's great. But then we have this pressed powder palette. That palette looks like an MLM eyeshadow palette from the 90s, had a baby with something from the Claire's reject bin. Who approved that? For a brand named Pleasing? It is like a big cookie jar filled with nightmare. That is Pandora's box. Do not open. Don't let that out. Put that thing back in the box, close the lid. Let's forget we saw that. It is available now. Oh, there is a hoodie as well for $110. Okay. And then we have this Flower Beauty and E.T. palette. I think it's genius that Flower Beauty, that is owned by Drew Barrymore, is doing a collab with the classic E.T. movie. I mean, was that her breakthrough? It might have been her breakthrough. I think that's genius. What's not so genius is the execution of this on paper kind of genius idea. Why? When you open this palette, you can't really see it in this picture, but as you can see, the palette is rectangular, and when you open the palette, there is this like disc but then there's like a lot of dead space underneath because the disc is round and the palette is for some reason rectangular. And the color story is, I mean, there's a dark matte blue, I appreciate that, but it's just, I feel like a lot of brands are putting all their energy into getting the coolest like intellectual property to do collections with, and then when it comes to actually executing, they're like, damn it, we don't know what to do. And then it ends up being this. I don't think that this is anything but a collector's piece, and I'm not collecting this, but let me know if you're interested in this. It is apparently, you can find it in store if you're interested. I'm a pass. Let me just quickly look and see if we missed anything. There were anything like revealed as we were talking about this. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about these. These are being sent to me and I'm so excited. Gloss Gods, which is an indie brand from Sweden, and I know that you love it because I've been talking about that before. And if you're living in the EU, if you want to try an indie brand, I definitely recommend Gloss Gods. I mean, they ship worldwide, but if you're from EU, this is a way for you to save on taxes because you don't get the added taxes when you're shopping within EU brands. So these palettes they're releasing them soon. It's the new neutrals and the vintage glam. They're also releasing on the 2nd. And the swatches, these are a mix of mattes, metallics, and like duochrome multichromes, and they look so nice. And I did get a message from the owner yesterday, and she did say that she was sending these to me. I do have, not a code, but I have an affiliated link with them, so if you are interested in these palettes, I will leave that link down below. But yeah, I will definitely do a video on these. They look so nice, and I'm just so excited that a Swedish brand is just getting the recognition that they deserve, not only in Sweden, but like outside of Sweden too, and doing something as exciting as this. So I'm super excited. I will let you know more about this once I know more, once I have them in my possession, but like they look so cute. Okay, was that everything?
Was that everything?
Let's look at trend mood. I should not be singing. Nobody wants to listen to that. Okay, I'm done. And can I move the share, sweetie? Can I move the share, sweetie? Is that okay? Holy bananas, this doggo. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. And like I said, if I do end up getting the Glamlite collection, I will have that up later on Friday, if everything goes as it's planned. If you're interested in seeing videos of the things that I show that I have myself, I will link the videos down below, and also I will have 2 of the palettes in a video next week. I wish you the best of weekends, and I will see you again very soon for a new video. Bye!